So as I was just explaining, parents want the kids to be able and they don't want them to be unable. The stronger that drive, the more likely they will be unable, and you will feel unable as a parent. So the problem is that whenever we have a thought, a worry, a concern about our child, it reinforces this. I'm using this particular behavior. There are different behaviors, but the more you want your child to be able, the more you're going to make them unable. The more you want to be able as a parent or as a human, the more you want to be able to live fully, the more you want to be, this is inevitable that you energize the opposite. This is the glitch in humans. The cleverer you are, because I work with like world-class poker players, billionaires, the top of the game in all their fields, tech founders and stuff, the smarter they are, the more this will catch you. The intellect can't work this one out. Okay, this is a blind spot. This is the glitch. Now, the problem is the more you try and make your kids able, the more you make them unable. And it goes in different behaviors. Now, the solution to this glitch is so I could talk to you as an adult, you'll have this glitch, 100%. Like everyone I work with has this particular behavior, and I'm sure if you're watching this, you can relate. That probably everything you do is you want to be able to be a good parent for your kids. You want your kids to be able, and you move away from unable. Government mandates, you move away from being told what to do by your government, or being controlled by governments and pharmaceutical and the schools. Schools make kids unable. It's kind of programmed in. So we just move away from that, okay? So the solution to this, there's two ways humans can, this again, I'm sorry, maybe I didn't say it. This is the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel. The moment you step on it, it starts to spin to the other way. So when the hamster goes fast enough, it spins and gets the opposite. Someone once said to a client in Australia the other day, said, "Oh, I think I'm going to do it slowly. The hamster wheel, really slowly. I'm going to slow everything down." But you can't get out. The moment you move, you create momentum and it goes. So you can escape. Someone the other day I was speaking to, their escape, their addiction, their escape was science fiction movies. But I have people, it's marijuana, it's alcohol, it's drugs, it's porn, it's sex, it's any type of pleasures, food. Food could be, when this becomes it creates too much emotion, we escape because fight or flight, you kind of freeze and then you start to look for pleasure. The only way, 1 and 0, is you have to observe your behavior. The Taoists would call this effortless non-doing, Wu Wei. So the moment you action in this, like, oh, I'm gonna make Lima, I'm gonna make her feel confident in reading. The moment I start to do that, I'm going to create the opposite. Let's say with myself, let's say I had a client the other day, all her life she spent trying to make other people more able, but she's unable to work out what she wants in her life. And she's trying to do everything to be able to live fully, but she came to me because she feels completely unable. And when I told her this, it was like a bombshell for her. So to dissolve this prison, this dangerous prison, You have to observe and understand, which is what meditation is. This is why I called it meditation, OS, observation of self. It's not about tricks of breathing in through your nose, or you don't have to have a beard, a man bun, if you're a man, and baggy trousers and sit and meditate with your fingers like that. It's being able to observe your behavior when you're with your kids and they're triggering you or you're worried about them. Observe it without commenting on it, without actioning on it, just observing it. And the more you get to know your behaviors, understand the self, it dissolves the prison. That is the solution, the only solution to the glitch that ruins makes hell on earth when it should be heaven. This is the solution. It's so simple, but it is extremely hard. It takes proof of work. You have to be fully present. When you do this, everything changes. You change your reality. This is from my own experience and of working with thousands of people. This is the way. Now, this centralized mind cannot be changed within the system. Just like the monetary system that we see in the world today, it has centralized controllers, and it's completely broken, and they can't change it from within the system. You cannot. It's just getting, the more levers they pull, the worse the system is getting for everyone. People getting poorer, the rich getting richer. It's unequal. So this I actually call decentralizing the mind. Decentralized decentralized mind. Because, and this is why I like Bitcoin, is because Bitcoin takes the money away from the state. So the state cannot manipulate it and distort it. What we're doing now is we're taking away our minds, our central authority away from our children so that they're free. So we're decentralizing them, decentralizing ourselves, our minds, so that our mind cannot get in and distort and manipulate the child. The only way to do that is to create a new system. The new system is taking an angle and watching your own behavior. Okay? We want our children to be able. The moment we have the thought, I'm worried about them, they're not going to be able, I'm worried about them being unable, I want them to learn something so that they feel able. That behavior has to be watched, and it's counterintuitive. And maybe someone is going to be thinking, but if I don't do everything I can to make them able, they're going to be unable. That's the counterintuitive nature of this. You have to, the moment you action in this system, you create the opposite. There's a VR game, I always forget the name, it's gone again. It's a game where there are these kind of enemies that are in red, they're outlined in red, and there's guns all over the place. And when you move towards the guns, so do they. So what you have to realize is the quicker you move, the quicker they move. So you have to slow down your movement and slow them down, and then you can get to the gun in time and shoot them. And it reminds me of this. However fast or slow you go, you're always energizing the opposite. For yourself or for your children. So to free your children, to make them able and confident and happy, we have to now take full responsibility as a parent to unparent, unlearn the conditioning. Decentralize our mind, see the danger and the tyranny, the authority of our minds. I'm not getting started on when you call yourself a father, because that triggers all this behavior. You should do as you're told. Children should be seen and not heard. All the conditioning that's in humanity, like on a blockchain. everything's there. We have to observe this centralized authority, centralized mind, and decentralize and observe. So this group is this work. Yeah, so on the next video, I'm going to explain my system, and so that once you've watched it, maybe you can drop a comment underneath the video. I'm thinking of making. I've explained the meditation OS fundamentally, and I will be doing as part of the paid membership. I'm going to be doing live workshops with people explaining how to do it in everyone's particular case. I'm thinking of giving away the first week of my course so that you can work on what I call the lightning meditation, when you can resolve things on the spot very quickly, and combined with the meditation OS, that's everything you need to be your own authority. So on the next video, I'm going to explain what that is.